Let's do this.
You were all alone, I'll be there for you. 'Cause I know
You want to achieve a drop sound like Don Diablo or other future house legends? I'll show you how to get this tune in the following project. Now let's dissect it. Here we're in Ableton. Of course this can be done with any possible DAW. You find the project in the description. If you do not own Ableton, you can use the MIDI and presets in the download to rearrange it in your own DAW. Let's go to the music bus, to the chords group. Let's listen to the whole drop sound in solo mode. To get a powerful sound you have to use several different sounds together. You need a few, which determine the character of your whole drop lead sound. I call these the main sounds. Here I use two. On the other hand, you need some more sounds to complement the main one in order to get a full and wide overall sound. These additive sounds should be clearly different from your main sounds. The levels of these complementary ones are quite low in comparison to the main sounds, so they do not destroy their character. This process is called layering. Now let's have a quick listen at our both main sounds together. These sounds do also complement each other, one is a saw and the other one is a square. They both together create a unique sound and they both bring a new character to the overall tone. Let's listen to them one after another, and then together again. In my opinion they gel well together even without further processing, although they play the exact same notes. So they share the same frequency range but differ in certain frequencies. The reason for is that they have different harmonics, meaning multiples of their root frequencies. The differences in the two sound can even be augmented with some different equalizer settings, but don't exaggerate using the equalizer, because in the end the sounds should gel well together and be unified and not be separated, like for example your bass and kick. Now let's add the other sounds that should just make the overall sound bigger and wider, and do not destroy the character of the main sound. If you add a new sound, as I said previously, it should always add something new to the overall tone, so that the new one doesn't get masked by the others. The next one plays an octave above. The next one is a saw again but very choppy. The next one is also a square but short. The next one sounds a bit like a piano but adds a complete new character. The next one sounds like a whistle again, very staccato. The next one sounds a bit like a drunken duck, also very short. The last two sounds are a brassy sound and a strings sound, both having a new character. I also added three other darker sounds played an octave below to provide more power in the deeper frequencies above the bass. Now these sounds gel well together, but we can put this even further in order to get a more unified one. First step is to turn every reverb and delay in the single plugins off. We want one unified sound that is played in one space, so the single one should have no reverb or delay at all. EQ and compression settings in the plugins instead are fine because they have determined the character of the sounds so far. Now the sound should be grouped to a bus. Plugins that could for example be used on the group bus are equalizers, saturation plugins, reverb and delays as send effects. Now we have a powerful drop sound. Now we can summarize. To get a powerful drop sound we have to use several sounds and layer these. We should focus on a few sounds that determine the main character of the whole. To make this even bigger we should add more sounds that are different. Differences in the ADSR curve, frequencies, stereo image, modulation, wave type and so on. To gel these sounds together they should be summed to one group bus. To get more insight just have a look into the project file. If you like the drop of the track, you listen to the full song on Spotify. Hope you learned something. See you next time.
Let's do this.